Good morning, everyone. Bear with me for a second as we prepare to go live with Instagram as well. There we go. Hi. Good morning, everyone. How was your week last week? I trust it was exactly as you created it to be. And how empowering is that to realize? We are experiencing our reality based on how we think, how we feel, and then how we act on all of that. And the action crystallizes that for us and creates the reality. And you and I could be in the same situation, in the same place, the same time, and we're experiencing it differently because of how you and I see it. So that's what I mean when I say you're creating your entire experience. You have full control over that. We are exactly who and what we choose to be in any given moment. And the beautiful part of that with free will is we can choose to transform that at any point that we decide as well. I read something recently, and I've been using it myself because I love how it explained it. And so imagine if we're a fractal of God consciousness, if we're all an expression of God consciousness, then God is seeing things as I'm seeing them. God is experiencing them as I am experiencing them. So whenever my mind is trying to take me to places that are realities I don't wish to create, it just runs and fabricates these scenarios in my mind. I take myself and remember, okay, I'm experiencing for God. That's not how I want to experience. And that for me is the gift of free will. I can shift that at any point that I choose. And we use our breath to do that. Your breath is the number one tool you have to shift your reality in that moment. So this morning, let's transform that. Let's sit and breathe and take that in and see where we can shift and create another reality for ourselves. All right, let's go, Ed. We're ready when you are.
Welcome, everyone. So, whatever it takes for you to get comfortable to breathe freely, please do. If that's in a chair, if that's seated cross-legged, if you want to lie down on your back or you want to do some yoga and take it, whatever, we've wired ourselves to get used to being uncomfortable. And it's not a natural way to be. So I would appreciate it if you would take care of yourself, get comfortable in your mind and body before we begin this experience. I'm going to begin seated, and then I'm going to sit down later cross-legged. So let's begin, everyone. Ocean sounding breath in your throat. If you don't know how to make the ocean sound, bring one hand up to your face, pretend it's a pocket mirror, exhale through your mouth. Where does that sound come from in your throat? Once your brain identifies that, close your mouth, tighten that area slightly as you inhale and exhale. And we create this beautiful, organic filtration device. And we begin to feel lighter in our heart, in our thoughts, and we're present. Let your eyes close if that's correct for you. Wherever you're touching the earth, imagine you're sinking down about 1/4 of an inch. And as you inhale, lengthen your spine north and south without straining. And on the exhale, as your abdominal muscles pull back onto the front of your spine, see if you can lengthen the spine just a little bit more without straining. Imagine each breath as an amazing gift that you're giving yourself. Let go of any tension you might be aware of around your eyes and jaw, cheekbones, and forebrain. And as you begin to find meter to the breath, allow your mind to shift from the brain down into the heart. And imagine your attention, your thoughts, actions, and deeds can only come from the wisdom of your heart. And as we begin to move away from yesterday's awarenesses, we begin to become friends with ourselves at a deeper level. For those of you with a deeper practice, notice your breath actually knows where your body is slightly off. And it's going there right now to sweep up, to clean up, to open these areas up. And as you find a focused breath with an ocean sound in your throat, take your hands out front and energize your hands. In other words, you know how to do this. So when you focus your breath and you say, I'm energizing my hands, how does that feel? And take your right hand and take it out to the left and just sweep it up, back, and down and get all open in the upper right quadrant of your body. And then take the left hand up, back, and down and get open in the upper left quadrant of the body. Now energize your hands. Press your feet down and just sense yourself moving back through time to a place far away from here where you knew everything, where you were completely whole, where you were not a spirit in a body and you were a soul. Lots of breath. Swing the arms. Find rhythm to it. So before you became this body, before you became this soul, there was nothing. And then let your hands come back to your legs, close your eyes, and sense the creation of your soul. Coming from the purest divine light, the brightest of the bright. And your soul wants to express itself. So it created spirit. A very long time ago, your spirit, as an extension of your soul, began to condense, become dense, and started to look to create. For the soul to receive its needs, spirit needed to create separation from the soul, which on the surface leaves us exposed and vulnerable, but this is how we learn. There is no judgment. Everything is forgiven, and there is only lessons. And not only are you in this body right now, you are in many bodies, in many different worlds, in many different universes, learning many different lessons, all as an effort to return back to the soul energy, completing our journey. Staying connected to your breath, because your breath is a direct connection to your soul. Notice you bypass spirit and you go right to your source. And this is coming from your heart. For spirit to learn, it had to create intellect. And intellect is fine, but it is not knowledge. It is not wisdom. It is intellect. It analyzes and strategizes, moves us through our day. But it is subservient to the heart. It is not superior. Each time you control your breath, you break the tentacles of the negative intellect, the ego, and you reclaim your birthrights in your heart to live fully alive, fully abundant, fully you. Turn your hands palms up, energize your hands. And with an ocean sound, take your hands off your legs. Sweep your hands up and out, opening the heart and lungs. Your hands will come together overhead. You'll pull up, press your feet down, lift your ribs away from your hips, and engage your core. It'll feel really good for a few seconds, and then pressure will start to build. And with an ocean sound, you'll lift your chin. Let your hands sweep across the ceiling, and you'll bathe yourself in golden divine light. And it'll feel good. Feeling is the teacher of the universe. And when the hands come down, you'll pause and you'll close that moment. It's over. It's not going to happen again. You'll come present on the next inhale and create your own next moment. So working slowly with awareness, enter your inner world. Don't strain. Don't get ahead. Don't fall behind. Just stay present. The best feeling is when you begin that exhale with the chin lifted and the thyroid open. The hands are energized. Something takes place where words can't describe the feeling. That's a good thing. Just get yourself open. Be curious. Poke around the inner world. Turn some lights on. Light some candles. Just stay present and love yourself. Let go of all the games that are being played outside of us. Use great discernment. Equanimity. So you don't need to hold long. You just need to move slowly with awareness. Go deeper in your mind and we'll do a couple more rounds. What does it feel like to do this technique? It's been around for thousands and thousands of years. It's an awakening tool. Let's do one more. This feels so good. Stay present for your experience. Focus on your inner lantern. And just be fully alive inside. The next time your hands come down, there's no rush. Let your hands rest gently and quietly on your legs. Connect with your breath and be in your body. The further you go into the body, the less fear and insecurity and lack of trust you'll find, the more light you'll find. So as a species, we're responding to consciousness. All of us are consciousness, a signal inside these bodies. This signal is looking for like-minded signals. The body is a shell of the signal. Consciousness, vibrating faster, is alerting us that it's time to wake up. Wake up from the old dream of separation from God, separation from divine light. And when you think about waking up in the most simplistic terms, so we're in this deep sleep. Consciousness knocks on the door and says it's time to get up. Well, nobody likes to get up. There's all this blah, blah, blah. Not now, I'll get up in an hour. I didn't sleep well last night. Yesterday was tough. I'm not going to get up right now. And this is kind of like what's going on right now in humanity. We're being asked to wake up, but it's a little earlier than we're used to waking up. So there's this big drama taking place for some of us. It's okay. Consciousness has us, and we're going to wake up together, all of us together as one. Whether you want to wake up or not, you are going to wake up. And what we're waking up to can't be described in words or labels or descriptions. But it's going to be pretty amazing. In fact, that's why you're on this video this morning. This is why you're on Earth right now, is to experience this waking up. There's no other reason for any of us to be here right now other than to experience this wake-up call from consciousness. As the old paradigms fall away, and it's happening very quickly, as you can tell by the resistance, the lack of truth, the lies, the crime. This is darkness' last stand. And some of us are already through it. So using your breath, using your mind, begin to visualize yourself as trillions of beautiful, sparkling atoms and subatomic particles that have formed this body. The quantum version of yourself. And when you're working in the quantum field in your mind, growth can happen exponentially out of the blue. All of a sudden you're like, aha, I'm okay. My family's okay. The world is okay. So this big shift from 3D to 5D is basically going from the brain to the heart. In the future, the heart will be making all the decisions. The brain and the heart will be doing the math, will be doing the speaking, will be doing the listening. There'll be no more male ego of separation, dominance, greed. We're all going to need to be on true north. And we will know immediately when someone's lying to us. It'll be obvious, and then over a period of time, lying won't exist. Bringing your awareness to the tip of your nose and your ability to control your breath. With an ocean sound in your throat, I'd like you to inhale only 50% of your lungs' capacity and hold the breath in several seconds. Inhale the remaining 50% and hold your breath in a little longer. Draw up on your core. And then exhale 50% of the waste and pause. And exhale the remaining 50% of the waste and pausing. We'll go through several rounds. It's as simple as that. I will guide us through the first round. So with a straight spine and an open mind and our feet plugged into the planet, inhale only 50% of your capacity and pause. Inhale the remaining 50% and hold in. Find a place where you're not easily distracted and look, listen, and feel inside your mind. When you sense the need to release the pressure, do so slowly, releasing 50% with an ocean sound and then a brief pause, a stopping of the time, and then exhaling the remaining 50% with a pause, stopping time, and then going back to a 50% inhale. I'm going to go silent. I'm going to allow you to do this for a couple minutes. Go for it. After the second inhale is complete and after the second exhale is complete and you're holding, lift your ribs away from your hips, engage the muscles of the solar plexus, and notice you'll feel a string or a line of light pull tight in your spine from your throat to your thoracic diaphragm to your pelvic floor beyond and behind the reproductive organ. These three areas, the throat, the thyroid, the voice box, the solar plexus, willpower and surrender, the pelvic floor, our core energies, play a huge role in the ascension transformational process and quantum jumping and leaping with our personal awareness and our personal story. Continue with the technique for another minute or so. Just do the techniques. Try not to make anything else happen because it is already happening for us. We just need to find the signal, the awareness. So look, listen, and feel behind the technique. There's nothing to analyze. You don't need a strategy. Just do the technique and be present, please. Let this be your last round of this fractal or 50-50 breathing. When you're complete, just breathe slowly and be still. Stillness leads to silence. And silence is our friend, our dear friend. Make friends with silence and see if life doesn't become more dynamic on every level. Let's open the heart a little bit wider. Give it some breathing room around the restrictive rib cage. So the technique now is going to be a nose and mouth breath. So when you're ready with an ocean sound, we're going to inhale as much as we can through our nose. Seems like I'm full. Guess what? Purse your lips. Take that air quickly down into the upper lobes of the lungs. Pull your shoulder blades back. Be still with a straight spine and hold in. Feel the vibration inside your lungs. These molecules and atoms expanding and expanding, expanding. And then exhale slowly through your nose to completion. And then hold the breath out several seconds without the need to rush the next inhale. Everybody's different, just don't rush the next inhale. And then when it's time to inhale, ocean sound, slow motion inhale. We don't want to agitate the brain. Stay with it, stay with it. You think you're full? You're not full. Now use the mouth. Swallow, pull back, press down, be still. Now the exhale here is everything. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, godlike. Exhale this moment all the way, and then hold out to whatever point you can hold out without rushing the next inhale with the ocean sound. 95% inhale through the nose all the way in. Expand, expand, expand. Then use the mouth. Swallow it, pull back, and just listen inside. The beautiful frequency and vibration of you right now, today, expressing itself on earth. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. And it goes on to infinity. Make sure you complete your exhale and then hold out to the desired length for yourself. Customize it to where you don't rush the next inhale, which would agitate the hypothalamus and the amygdala, which is something we never want to agitate the mind. There's already enough noise. When we swallow the air, it goes right into the stomach and purifies the gut. So you might be holding out 1 second, 2 seconds, 10 seconds. Whatever it is, it's fine as long as you don't rush the next inhale. So customize this to suit your awareness today. Plug in to the mind of your spine. Last round. If you're in the middle of a round, that's fine. Do another. Try to bring yourself to a space where man-made time doesn't exist. And there'll be a lot less suffering. And when you come out of this technique, just be perfectly still for a moment. What does it feel like not to move? Good, bad, painful, blissful. Remember, our sensitivity is our superpower. Bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, pull the elbows back, open the chest, get comfortable however you're seated. And just with a rhythmic breath, just go right to left. When you go to the right, you press into the right foot to come up. And when you go to the left, you press to the left foot to come up. And just find simple movement with the whole body engaged. With your eyelids down, look up into your brain. And notice the movement might become something else. Keep the chest open. Link breath with movement. Last one. And when you come back, shake out your hands, bring some fresh blood through the fingers, the joints of the hand, thumb, forearms. Just shake off any part of the old story that's just not applicable to you anymore. You will not be that anymore. You will not do that anymore. Let's come up out of the chair and do a stretch, or if you're on the floor, take yourself up. Take your feet out wide. Take your arms out. Drop an imaginary string off your hands and hit the outside of your ankles. And just bring your hands to your hips and reach out to the right. And then bring the chest forward. Sweep over to the left. Press into the left foot. Sweep up. Come back to center. Reach out across the left. Sway right. Press into the right foot. Come up. Pause. Turn to the right. Come down. Sway left. Come up through the left leg. Back to center. Turn left. And turn right. With control from your core. This movement's great for balancing the brain and reestablishing body symmetry that we had when we were a kid. Simple, ocean sounding breath. And the next time you come up, take your hands onto your beautiful right leg and just slide down the journey of the right leg. Look back behind you. Take a deep breath in and out. Slide your hands up the right leg and then down the left leg and engage the journey of the left leg. Look back behind you. Inhale, come back up. Bring your hands to your shoulders. Wiggle your fingers. Bring your feet a little closer together. Draw up on the pelvic floor. Bring your hands to your shoulders. Make a soft fist. And we'll do some Bhastrika breathing. Inhale, stretching up to the sun. Exhale, pulling the divine rays down into our heart. Don't strain. Close the mouth. Relax the eyes. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Deep breath in. Sweep the arms overhead. Exhale the hands away from each other. Bring your hands together. Close your eyes. Listen deeply inside. Feel the past folding away. The future's not here yet, and all there is now. Just love yourself fully with all of your gifts and your perceived non-gifts. Coming back to a seat that's comfortable for you. Straightening your spine, opening your heart. Bring your right hand up to your face, curl the first 2 fingers in, use your thumb and ring finger as we channel the energy of the breath into different departments of the brain. Closing off the right nostril, inhaling slowly up the left nostril, and when the lungs are filled, hold the breath in and focus on your right prefrontal lobe. Close off the left nostril, release the thumb, expel the waste down the right nostril with great care. Inhaling slowly up the right nostril, and when the lungs are inflated, hold the breath in and focus on your left prefrontal lobe. When you're ready, close off the right nostril, Release the ring finger and exhale slowly. Inhale up the left nostril. Hold the breath in and be in the right frontal lobe. When you feel the need to breathe, close off the left nostril, open the right, and exhale and relax. Breathing up the right nostril. Retend the breath in and focus your awareness in your left prefrontal lobe and the qualities of the brain that are present there for you right now. The doer. And chill that doer out. Close off the right nostril and expel the waste slowly out the left. Inhale up the left nostril with control. Hold the breath in. Focus your awareness on the right prefrontal lobe, the beer. The beer and the doer. The I. Close off the left nostril, expel the waste out the right. Inhaling up the right nostril slowly. Hold the breath in. Focus your attention in the left prefrontal lobe. This is classically the we, the collective. The right lobe is the I, the me, we. Close off the right nostril, exhale down the left. Bring that hand down. Place your hands on your lungs, around your heart, and reconnect with the treasure that who you have always been, who you will always be, which can be undisturbed by anything in the external material world. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn this back to Wendy. I'll see you next Saturday, world. It's so great to be with everyone.
That was just delightful, Ed. Thank you. Now, think about how you're feeling right now, right? From this place, where you can be the witness, where you can be the observer, not the participant in the narrative. Go out today and be in that space, creating your reality. Go out and do something on the heels of this and crystallize this. Do an action of something loving and kind. Your neighbor, your spouse, your child, a total stranger. Something for you that you've been trying to overcome. Go take action of self-love. And then that expresses itself outwardly as a frequency, as a resonance. We're so happy you were with us today. Please, if you would, consider making a donation. You can see the link below where next week we'll be announcing the charity that's receiving our first month's charitable donations. We are focused on suicide prevention organizations that work with children. And we would love your feedback. If there are organizations that you support that you think we should know about, please send us an email or put something in the chat. It's not just about the ones we pick. We don't know about everything that's out there. So please share so that we can share. We appreciate you being with us today. Have an absolutely magical week until we see you next week. Much love.